long way. Here's a shot of Sen now. And we're actually going to go right into this. So it's going to be Warrior against Warlock here.
Yeah, not too surprised to see. And actually, it's okay. Never mind. This means that Sen actually won his match against Shy.
So it's going to be Dennis against Sen here.
Yeah. So sorry about that. But anyways, I'm not surprised to see Dennis pulling out that Warrior again. Now it's going to be against Zoo, and Zoo against Warrior. It can be tough to play the Zoo deck sometimes. You know, we have a lot of whirlwind type effects. We have a lot of removal, a lot of life gain in the form of armor. But if you have a nice start, you're gonna be in a good place.
Okay, so we have 2 unstable ghouls. We have an Acolyte of Pain here. We do have the coin. He's going to coin out the unstable ghouls so that Flame Imp can't really be utilized.
And it will kill off the Flame Imp.
See Sen actually.
You know, he could have been greedy and saved it for one more turn to get another minion with it, but I think this is fine because he has 2 in hand.
So what do you think? He would drop the egg here? Let that take 1 damage? Is that worth it?
I don't think so. It could be just because he does have Direwolf Alpha in hand, but that's not the most exciting turn 3, just a Direwolf Alpha next to a 0-1 egg. So definitely he's going to go ahead and trade this here. And yeah, if you were going to play the egg, you might play it beforehand. But yeah, the Knife Juggler is going to be, I think, a more solid play overall.
Okay, so it's going to go back to Dennis now. It is turn 2 here. He could put down another unstable ghoul. That would at least
you know, I
make the Knife Juggler not as effective. He has to get rid of that unstable ghoul before he can really do anything.
The thing is, if he's going to coin out unstable ghoul against a Flame Imp, what is a Knife Juggler but a much better Flame Imp on the board? So I feel like you have to play this if you were going to play the first one the way you did. So it looks like we're going to go over to Sen's turn here.
I would guess he'd just get rid of the unstable ghoul. That would get rid of the Knife Juggler too, and then he could put down the Voidwalker there and the Direwolf Alpha. Or no, actually Voidwalker and the egg. Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah, that seems like a better play. But you know what? Sen can't be too unhappy with this. He's gotten rid of 2 unstable ghouls. The Warrior hasn't really built any sort of board, and he's able to. And soon we're going to get into the life tap range as well.
Yeah, that's very true. And so we're still waiting to see what is in Dennis's hand here, how he's going to play this. It is turn 3. He did it. We did see an Acolyte of Pain in there earlier.
Yeah, that's right. Acolyte of Pain would actually be a really strong play this turn.
Yeah.
You know, because it does draw so many cards, especially off of something like a Voidwalker.
And there's that Acolyte of Pain now. And so we go back over to Sen here. Sen does have the, Sen does have the Direwolf Alpha here. He does have another Knife Juggler, but okay, he's considering now taunting up. That's gonna, you're gonna have to get rid of that egg now, which is gonna force the 4/4 spawn.
I don't know if I like that as much. I feel like Knife Juggler into Direwolf Alpha is...
I think that's what we're about to have.
Okay, but actually, I might play Knife Juggler last to not get the knife, because a knife going into this 1/3...
I really like that, because, yeah, you don't want to let him draw more cards with that Acolyte of Pain.
Yeah, I don't like it so much. So I like this.
It looks like he's going to follow that up. He's going to actually drop... No?
But, you know, the thing is, this gives a +2, an attack of 2. So even if the knife hits him, you can just remove him right now, which isn't bad. And it doesn't hit him.
There it goes.
Yeah. And just go to face for sure.
Yeah. Just start doing a lot of damage there, getting that health lower. And as you were saying, Sen is going into the life tap range here. His hand is almost completely emptied.
Yeah, this is not a strong hand for Dennis at the moment.
Yeah, Dennis is in a tough spot here.
I think he's
got an execute. He's got a shield block. Okay, so he hits that. Now let's see what card he draws here.
Okay.
Oh, actually.
That's actually a very good draw. You can use execute and that to get rid of 2 minions right now.
Now, would you get rid of the Direwolf Alpha, or would you get rid of the Knife Juggler here with the axe?
It's a good question.
It's a tough one there.
Because the Knife Juggler is a lot more damage overall, but the knives can hit your 1/1. The thing is, you're going to draw exactly 1 more card off the Acolyte, so with both of them being 3 damage, the Knife Juggler is going to be at least 1 more damage in the next turn. I would definitely hit the Knife Juggler the more I think about it.
Also, keep in mind, the other card in Sen's hand will allow the egg to be taunted.
That's
so
right.
This egg is going to be destroyed no matter what, which is exactly what Sen wants here.
Yeah, eventually you do have to deal with the egg. It's one of the cards that really does help against Warrior quite a bit. So should see this execute, should see the Fire War Axe come down and hit that knife juggler.
Dennis really takes his time on some of these turns here.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know, I think that's a lot of times a good thing. He wants to make sure he's making the absolute best possible choice. That's one of the worst feelings you can have in Hearthstone is right as your turn ends, or right as you drop a card, you go, oh my God.
Yeah, certainly.
I messed that up.
You are right about that, Tasteless.
Okay, so we have, we got Doomguard now, and it's 5 mana here.
Well, he's definitely not going to play that. You don't play the Doomguard in a situation like this, I would say. I think
Okay.
you have to play this Defender of Argus. You're saving the Doomguard for a bit later on. Keep playing as many minions per turn as you can, and drop the Doomguard after you've kind of exhausted some of their removal, because the Doomguard is, you know, it's really one of your finishers in the Zoo deck.
Yeah. It looks like he's going to attack here with the Direwolf Alpha, I believe.
Yeah, probably. It looked like that's what his plan was. Well, we'll see about that in just a moment.
Okay, and there it is. I like that. Taunting up the egg. We're going to go to 19 health now on Dennis's Warrior.
That's right. Sen playing a solid game so far, no doubt
Yeah.
about it.
So this is the 5 mana turn. Obviously, Harrison Jones not going to be useful at all in this situation since the Warlock can't actually draw a weapon. He does have Shield Block, which could allow him to draw another card. He does have another Acolyte of Pain, although I think one of the problems right now is that that egg being taunted, you know,
I think you have to open up with hitting the egg.
think you take out the egg
I
first.
think you have to hit the egg with your weapon, because you might
Now,
be
he used
drawing
one-
into a shield block.
He used
a
one,
shield slam.
He used one execute, right?
He used one
One
execute.
execute, and we have
Yeah.
had no shield slam. So, yeah, I think you're right. If he uses the shield, he hits the egg first, then you would use shield block. Make sure he has. Okay.
Ooh,
Okay. So he's
I don't
gonna
know
draw,
about that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. Okay, so he draws Grom.
Yeah, Grommash isn't going to do a
Yeah.
whole lot here. The shield block could draw him into something else.
But I
But
would
I feel
think,
like
I would think you have to get rid of the egg before the shield block.
Yeah, because you could have
least.
just put more damage onto another minion, which is
Yeah.
always going to be a bit better than damaging a minion you're already going to attack with your weapon, right? Because he has to attack that with his weapon. If he's going to attack with his weapon, that is.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I guess is he not going to attack with a weapon here? He's just going to end the turn? Okay, so we're at now 19 health, 2 armor.
Well, Direwolf Alpha coming out. That is a nice draw right there,
Yeah.
actually, to be honest.
It's a lot of additional damage he can do.
Yeah, yeah.
He can plop that right, you know, in
He's got to
between.
put that to the right of the egg.
That's what I was thinking. And then that's a lot of extra damage he could do. He would probably life tap before doing that. There we go, a second Doomguard. So this is a bit annoying because one of these Doomguards is going to discard the other one, most likely.
It's always the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, you definitely put this right here. And I would for sure attack with the egg into the 1-3. You don't want to put your Argus at 2 health because, well, you're not there yet, but if you bring him down to 2 health,
Now,
you already know that Dennis likes to play, you know, with that Baron Geddon, so.
yeah, he does have that 7-drop Baron Geddon. Now, he also, he draws the Death Bite. But I'm not sure.
Well, his
you know,
life is getting low enough that Death Spite is not
Yeah.
a strong card.
I feel like he might be forced to use the shield block here.
Oh,
see what he
yeah.
can. See what he can't get.
I
Now,
think he has to. I think you're right about
there's
that.
a 3-1 egg on the board too, and that's making everything really difficult because there's just not much he's really able to do here on the board. He does have, we saw him use earlier, a Brawl in his deck. It would be nice if, oh wow, and he's not going to attack first, okay.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to draw into something else here to maybe attack a different minion.
I suppose that if he did eventually get a Brawl, he could hit that egg there and then try in the next turn to use Brawl and clear the board or something.
The amount he's trying to dodge hitting this egg is actually
Crazy.
like. Well, I understand trying to avoid having that 4-attack minion come out because that's
Yeah.
a lot more attack that's going to be on it. But eventually he's going to have to deal with this.
Yeah. So far, you know, Sen in really good shape here. I mean, I don't really see any options now. Keep in mind, since we lost the 2 shield blocks, those have been used. There's not going to be any super powerhouse shield slams that can be used.
Yeah.
Just the 2 armor he can build up from normally. He life taps. He draws a 3-drop here.
Actually, I think I would have played that Harvest Golem out, to be honest, because even Brawl, you have the Death Rattle. If you have 3 Death Rattle minions, like, there's no way to clear all this.
Well,
you're just going to have damage coming through.
I think this is almost over here. I mean, I'm looking at what Dennis has here. He does have a taunt that he drew, so he can drop that. He can drop Sledge Belcher.
Well, let's see.
Now, he does have... Problem is with dropping the Baron now is it actually spawns out both.
Yes.
It pops both those eggs. So then you have
it causes you to take 10
the
damage the next turn, and
yeah.
you'd be at 4. So like almost any card in Sen's deck will finish you
yeah.
off. Now he's got to play some taunts out. This is tough, man. Like, he's just been sitting on this axe for so long. He hasn't been able to really deal with anything. He hasn't drawn into some of his important removal spells. This game is all but sealed up. Sen is really looking like he's going to be able to take it home.
Yeah, you know, these eggs are just so strong. He is going to drop the Baron. Okay. And not attacking anything with the Xer, so boom, he pops the board. There's a 2/4/4s that come out here.
And that is definitely game right there. That is, you can deal 9 plus 12 damage. You can deal 21 damage against his 14 health, so 50% over what he even needs.
Looks like he's going to say well played here. And Sen is going to go ahead and kill off his opponent.
That's right.
That does it. Nicely done. Game number 1 there. Going to Sen, he did use a Zoo deck there. But keep in mind, as we were talking about before, going into the next game here, logical move instead of doing what I guess we could say would be like trying to blind counter what he's doing. So let's see what kind of deck Sen's going for here. We do have Dennis's constructed Miracle Rogue deck here now.
Yep. And never mind. There's a Leper Gnome right there. This may not be Miracle. This may be a Backspace Rogue deck.
Okay.
It definitely could be. I mean, Leper Gnome is not a card that you generally see in a Miracle deck. In fact, you really don't ever. But I mean, it could just be some sort of crazy tech that.
Yeah, it might be something that he's altered slightly. Okay, so there's 2 Leper Gnomes, and we got
we know
so this is Backspace Rogue. Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, actually, Sen went ahead and went for the Zoo play again. Wow. Really cool.
See, this is the mind games that you can actually see here, and this is definitely going to be an interesting match.
Okay, so he's gonna. It looks like he's debating possibly doing a double Leper Gnome drop there with that coin.
Yeah, it's.
Okay, no, gonna go for the.
Well, the Fairy Dragon can take out this Voidwalker, which is really important if he doesn't have any buffing abilities here. So that is a really smart play by him. Oh, perfect draw.
Yeah,
definitely drop this Direwolf Alpha, and you definitely take out this. Well, you don't have to take out the Fairy Dragon, but probably that's the best play.
Oh, it looks like he almost went for face there. Now he's thinking it over.
Yeah.
I mean, he is going to lose that taunt if he takes it out, but he is going to have control of the board there.
Yeah, in a match like this, like Zoo against a Backspace Rogue, which I'm sure Sen already realizes is what's going on, you're going to want to control their first few minions that come out. You want to make sure that they don't get off to a blazing start, and then you can just, your board is just going to get a lot more powerful. They're not going to be able to deal with it. They're going to run out of cards, and you're going to be able to kill them.
Okay, so we have Soulfire drawn now.
Well,
do you think he would perhaps even drop an egg here?
Yeah.
And then with the Soulfire there, it would be a pretty bad discard if he actually lost that.
Well, I think you just probably go to face here, and you just leave your hand as it is, because these Leper Gnomes can't let that board stay. They would just both die the next turn, and you'd be way far behind.
Okay, so he goes ahead and draws Arcane Golem now.
Definitely going to have to see
this
Direwolf taken out.
Normally you want to see, with Arcane Golem, you want to Shadow Step that back in and use that for lethal.
Yeah.
Kind of like Leroy, so I don't know if that card he just drew there was going to be helpful. I think you're right, though, Artosis. He has to get rid of this Direwolf Alpha. He does not want that egg to have 1/2.
No, certainly. Definitely an important move to take that out. Now, what does he play with it? Well, unless you want to... I don't think you can play this Mukla yet. I think you play an SI7 just flat on the board.
Naked SI7 agent?
Just a 3/3 SI7 agent, that's it. He doesn't really have any other great plays. Like, he could do something like weapon up and take out this Divine Shield, but I think you don't even kill it with your Leper Gnome. I think the Leper Gnome just goes to face.
Dennis still really trying to map out how to approach the situation. You know, whenever you have the eggs on the board, it makes things so much more complicated.
It certainly does. You have to be careful about that. You don't want to trigger them, but if you leave it forever like we saw last game, it actually can be bad as well.
Okay, so we have the O2 egg out now. He's going to weapon up. He's going to pop that Divine Shield. Now we would assume that the square would be used to actually hit the Leper Gnome then here. Try to get rid of that. And he's going to keep Mukla as well as the SI-7 agent in his hand. Now we have Doomguard drawn here.
And not the most exciting hand that you can see.
Is he not going to life tap before he drops that?
He should, definitely. You're right about that.
Okay, here we go.
He is rethinking it, and looks like that will occur. Oh.
Another Direwolf Alpha. How about that? That's actually great because he can run that egg into the Leper Gnome.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what he should do because he knows he's playing against Backspace Rogue. He doesn't care if you...
Yeah.
Well, the 4/4, what are you going to do against that? You're going to have to use like some of your more damaging cards. And, you know, this is something that Sen wants. He wants him to use things like Eviscerates on that so that they can't go to Sen's face.
Okay, so it looks like another 1/1 drop here. Square comes out, and that's going to make Eviscerate very strong, and I think that was a good play there to get rid of that.
It certainly is.
Pop that. And the Direwolf Alpha still on the board. We did have Doomguard as an option here for turn 5.
Well, this is the point where, you know, we've seen Sen control this board very well. He's kept the minions off. He's basically kept himself in a situation where he still has a high life total. But now his hero ability and the fact that he gets the extra cards and his deck isn't so all in like Dennis's deck is really going to pay off. He can start attacking now. He doesn't. This isn't really the most scary minion. So see, he drops his Doomguard and going to face for this much damage. He's really got a clock right now on his opponent.
Really nice play there with the Soulfire too. Nothing else in his card. He doesn't lose anything there. 11 health remaining. And the second Arcane Golem, this is not a good situation at all here.
Dennis is actually very unlucky here. He has gotten all of these cards that are really expensive. This is like the top end of his deck. All he's missing really is Leroy and maybe like an Assassin's Blade. He needed cheaper spells and he just didn't get them here.
Wow, okay, so he's going to just take out the Direwolf Alpha here. Obviously, it's completely not worth it to use the Arcane Golem here. Now, from here, let's see, it's 9 health remaining. Actually, life tapping here. Oh, my God.
That's
there
9.
You go. That's it. That's well played. Power overwhelming. And that'll be a 2-0 with Sen defeating Dennis.
And Sen wins the winner bracket here at the Hong Kong Second Esports Tournament. Really well played by Sen.
Artosis, we just casted Sen